Pelvic wands can be a good tool to use for the deeper pelvic floor muscles compared to dilators for the more superficial pelvic floor muscles. So if you're having pain with deep penetrative intercourse, you're having deep hip pain and pelvic pain or tailbone pain, that's where pelvic wands can be helpful. Pelvic wands can be used by men and women or just any gender. It doesn't really matter because you can insert this vaginally or you can insert them rectally. There are different sizes between the ends of the dilators and you can decide which side you want to use accordingly. So with people who are using a wand rectally, I normally suggest starting with the smaller end of the intimate rose wand because that's about the same size as my finger, which if you can do this in clinic, you can do this at home. If you're using the pelvic wand vaginally, I usually prefer the V-Well one because you can again use either end, but this end is a little bit less pokey than the pointy end on the intimate rose one. I like this V-Well wand because it is flexible and so you can go in and angle it a little bit easier than you can with the original intimate rose wand that is non-flexible. Intimate Rose sells a flexible wand as well, and so you can decide which wand you want to use based on your own preferences. Before you use the wand, make sure you have a comfortable setup. So either lay on your back in a dim room with some music on or some meditation. You can use the wand with your feet elevated from the front. You can use the wand in a clamshell style from the front or the back, which is how I would suggest you use it rectally. Or if none of the laying down positions are comfortable or doable for you, you could try a standing position in this Captain Morgan stance, using your opposite hand to reach the pelvic floor on your elevated leg, and then you can switch sides to use your opposite hand to reach the pelvic floor on your other elevated leg. Using a pelvic wand is a little bit more specific and precise than using a vaginal or rectal dilator. So if you have scar tissue or if you have one-sided pain, using a pelvic wand will probably be a better option. So you can insert the pelvic wand and use it on the superficial pelvic floor muscles by only inserting an inch or so, but you can also insert it a little bit deeper, 2 to 3 inches, and angle the wand to get to the deeper pelvic floor muscles like the levator ani, obturator internus, piriformis, coccygeus, any of those deeper pelvic floor muscles you may be experiencing issues with. I always suggest doing 5 or 6 superficial pelvic floor muscle spots to allow your brain and body to desensitize the area and to become comfortable with something being inserted before you move forward with the deeper pelvic floor. After you've done a few superficial spots and you move to the deeper pelvic floor, you can angle the wand and find a tender spot. Hold that anywhere between 30 to 60 seconds. Do some diaphragmatic breathing. Do some nervous system down regulation techniques, do some pelvic floor muscle lengthening and relaxation visualization, and all of that can be helpful in decreasing the intensity and discomfort in that particular spot. Once that spot is a little bit less uncomfortable, then you can move on to the next spot, and the next spot, and the next spot. I would suggest aiming for between 3 to 5 spots on the left, 3 to 5 spots on the right. However, if you only have pain on the right side versus the left side, or vice versa, you can do more spots on your painful side versus your non-painful side. Some pelvic wands, like this V-Well wand, have a vibrate function, which can be really helpful for nerve desensitization. So if you're at a tender spot and you've done the breathing and you've done nervous system down regulation and it's not improving, using the vibration setting can help numb the nerve a little bit, so it helps your body feel something different than the pain sensation, which will help the muscle and your brain relax a little bit easier. There is no goal number of spots or goal duration on how long you need to be using the wand for. It's all dependent on your goals and whatever your rehab provider suggests for you. After you finish your session of using the wand, I always suggest doing 10 to 20 diaphragmatic breaths or putting on a guided meditation or your favorite chill song and doing some diaphragmatic breathing and nervous system down regulation to end the session. I recommend you discuss starting a pelvic wand program with your pelvic rehab provider because your goals may be different than somebody else's goals. And this is a general pelvic wand program that can be helpful for many people, but having a more specific program can help you progress faster and more completely.